Well, Tom, I'm a big believer in traveling around to different schools. It's the only way you actually fulfill your journey in martial arts. I don't care how good the school is you're with, they're missing something because everybody's missing something in this journey. American Top Team, I could see that being a good next move for Kron, definitely. I get that. For me personally, guys, so karate, people make fun of it, right? The way we do moves one step at a time, and we do that in sparring. It's called one step sparring or three step sparring. We do it in what's called basic techniques. But the problem with learning boxing, old school boxing had none of that. Like, they didn't allow you to just do a jab one at a time and dissect it and have the trainer. You were allowed to jab for a while, like around, like moving up and down the paint. But they didn't dissect it into move by move to where you could get really good at it. That's what karate and other hard styles of martial arts did. Well, when I moved to San Francisco, Tom knows these guys well. Paul Wade and Simon Redmond were really successful, gym owners of boxing gyms in San Francisco. And they admittedly, Simon told me once who it was, someone had told them that style. And one thing I noticed right away was that was combining regular karate training with actual boxing technique. And truthfully, I think it's what's missing in most of the MMA fighters today. MMA fighters, most of them know jiu-jitsu really well, right? And then stand-up is this mix of Muay Thai and boxing, and generally that's it. I mean, ideally, it's a mix of more than that. But they never really learn how to do anything except sort of flow how they want to flow, move how they want to move. And by the way, that was how old school boxing was taught. I remember entering my first boxing gym. I had to be like 20 years old or something, and I went in there and I was doing movements, and people asked me, "Are you karate?" That's not what we do here. And there's a difference, right? Like karate, you hold things out, and you shouldn't ever necessarily do that. You always have to retract it because the retraction is part of the power. But how do you perfect doing individual techniques? I mean, I'll tell you this, my kicking is so deadly because of that same idea in karate. Sitting there and kicking the air 1,000 times will make you deadly accurate, and it'll make your kicks really good. But in Muay Thai, they don't do that either, right? It's slam the bag, and then people wonder, like, why is the technique not there? Why is the accuracy not there? It's because that's how those combat sports work. So my personal opinion, it's how we teach stand up. We need to revamp that. It's very basic. It has to do with movement. It has to do with individual techniques. I think I could provide that, but, at the same time, I don't know that I want to deal with people. Everybody read my book, Warrior of the Light.